speaking of the NFL, I know right now Nicki Minaj, she calling out Jay, and I know Colin Kaepernick's wife, she called out Jay, saying that, Jay did her husband wrong. But I don't know, I don't know the backstory behind that, man. But I do want to ask you, how do you feel about the NFL right now, in general?
It's funny. She's cool. She's cool with my wife, Rocky. I think the NFL is always going to use an other corporate, someone from our culture, to give them our culture and to make us look at things different. So it did go from us being like no NFL, y'all ratings down, to now we perform for y'all and y'all get to exploit our ratings and our viewership. So to me, I look like we just got manipulated, but that's just me. And everyone thinks it's a big deal to perform for a bunch of white owners, and I don't think that's a big deal. I think they laugh at us. That's just my perspective. I just have like a different lens. So like again, for someone to think that it's the pinnacle of their careers to perform for a bunch of people that don't aren't from our culture and make them a bunch of money from it, and you have to pay to perform. That's the other thing that's funny about it. So for me, that might be somebody's heaven, but for me, that's like a hell. So I stay away from it because if that's your heaven, that's your heaven. But my heaven is us having our own league, and I see black owners, and I see black head coaches, and I see that the value of the team isn't based on how rich the owner is. The value of the team should be how rich the players are, and that would be my dream. My dream is never that I work for them and they give me stuff. That to me is a nightmare. I like what Kendrick Lamar did. He didn't give a fuck about the NFL. He said, I'm using this for a weapon in my war. And I'm laughing. I'm doing whatever I want, performing whatever records I want. I thought that he used that opportunity to do what was in the interest of his war. And I wasn't mad at that. I felt like he was laughing at the NFL. And I give him props for that. I thought that was strategic in the way he carried it. It wasn't like it was for the NFL at all. It was for him to give a particular person a message. I like like that. Like in a battle and that kind of war, I could dig it. Use them for your purpose, but don't let them use us for their purpose. But yeah, we forgot all about the kneeling and all that. That's out the window now. No more respect. We're just back to working and busting, breaking, getting concussions and CTM and all that other while everyone like there was a clip I saw where this was talking about the dude Jerry Jones was I forgot it was a black dude. It was someone I was surprised I was even having that conversation with him. And he was talking about the size of the nigga's penis, pause. That was crazy. I wouldn't that right there to me was like, yo, that's how you look at slaves. And they were laughing about it. And we laughed at that. I just didn't find that too amusing. In Dallas, Texas,
He was talking to Jimmy Fox.
yeah. Oh, it was Jamie Foxx. But Jamie Foxx is a comedian. I thought he was gonna cut that up. At least the pause, something.
How does he know that though? I mean, that's weird, bro.
What you think? They in the locker room butt ass naked. Honestly, if I have football teams, no more locker rooms where niggas just walk around naked around each other. You gotta have your own space. I don't want to be naked in front of a bunch of dudes. I'm not. Nah, that's what they do. I'm not, and no disrespect to no athletes who grow up like that, but my preference is not to be in the locker room taking when they see me naked. I'm not doing all that. I don't like dudes looking at me naked at all. I'm not having that. Pause. So I mean, it's not a big deal, and I'm not mad at anybody, but that's the way I would run sports would be a little more emotionally intelligent. Pause for that whole segment. I'm even mad we talked about that. I'm kind of mad. That was nasty. Pause. That was crazy. I don't know where the world is today, B.
Yeah, that was crazy. I just assumed that, Jerry Jones, he probably found out because I think they do physicals, right?
I didn't even think another. I couldn't. I didn't want to visualize that. I didn't want to think about it no more. I was like, that's corny. I was like, ew. That's why I was like, this is why I feel the way I do. Look at the way they look at us, like stock, and they looking at the wrong. Like it almost feels like he walk. I ain't even gonna see you making me. Let's do something. Let's talk about something. That's nasty. It's nasty work. I don't want to visualize none of that. I don't even care to know why another man wants to know the size of another man. I don't care. That's not a conversation they want to hear Dame Dash having.